Do you like to understand how to increase sexual attraction? Well, it starts with knowing your own erotic nature more and be able to understand others' nature. Hi, I'm Lady Jane. I'm a certified sexuality coach. Today, I'd like to walk you through a framework called Erotic Blueprint. Erotic Blueprint is a map that shows how an individual is wired for pleasure. It is a language for pleasure and also a language for sex, which means you, me, your loved one, or someone you're dating all have an erotic blueprint. Have you ever wondered what toolkit we can use to better communicate and articulate our turn-ons and turn-offs without making anybody wrong? Erotic Blueprint is a toolkit for you to understand our differences and also the commonality, to bridge the gap in our erotic nature, find different ways to co-create pleasure together. It was first introduced by Jaya. She's my teacher and a master sexuality coach. This framework, Erotic Blueprint, it's not related to gender or sexual orientation. It really applies to every individual. There are 5 blueprint types: energetic, sensual, sexual, kinky, and shapeshifter. I'm going to tell you the features of each one. Okay, the first one is energetic. Energetic type thrives on anticipation and teasing. It will take a longer time usually for them to build into intimacy and to build up for sex. They really enjoy the playing, the anticipation part before there's physical touch. In terms of touch, they really enjoy the airy kind of touch. It's like it's almost there, but not quite there yet. So the touch itself, it's a teasing for them. The second type is sensual. 5 senses are the stimuli for sensual type. So for sensual blueprint person, they really care about the sounding, the smelling, the taste, the visual, especially in the environment. For example, if the light is too bright, the sheet is not made well, and sound is too loud, music is too loud, or the smell is not great, all those elements can be a turn off for sensual blueprint. But when it's done right, it's a big turn on. Again, it's a big turn on before there's physical touch, because all those things bring them pleasure. And for sensual type, they can be irritated if something in the 5 senses are not going well. For non-sensual type, maybe it's hard to understand or don't pay as much attention as sensual type. But just so you understand, if you are the sensual or you are with a sensual blueprint type, those 5 senses set up in the environment is critical. When it's not set up well, it can easily turn off the sensual type, and they can be irritated, lost their presence in intimate connection and sexual attraction. Next one is sexual. Sexual blueprint is the most popular one on mainstream media. Because of mainstream media, a lot of people has mistaken that sexual type is the only erotic type, which is not true. The feature of sexual type is they enjoy direct touch on, for example, chest, on genitals, and arousal and pleasure and sex and orgasm for them usually are easy. The next one is kinky. By definition here, kinky blueprint means people who are curious and adventurous to go outside of norm to achieve pleasure and sexual attraction. And there are 2 types of kinky blueprint. and it can be mixed as well. The sensation kink and psychological kink. Sensation means people enjoying the sensational play and impact. Psychological kink is more involved in power dynamic. So kinky blueprint is very curious and often quite creative in terms of pleasure and sexual attraction. Last but not the least is shapeshifter. Shapeshifter blueprint can shapeshift their type according to what partner they are playing with and the environment. So they are very versatile, creative, and adaptable. I firmly believe everyone is born as a shapeshifter. However, because of the impact of our upbringing, culture, society, and for some people, religion, most of us have been limited to a certain way when we view intimacy or sexual attraction. But the good news is, with increased awareness and practice, we can have access to our shapeshift nature. And this is not a goal, it's really for us to enjoy what we're born to be as an erotic being. The framework can be simple. Yes, there are only 5 types, but it's also profound because it's not a 0 or 1 game, which means it's not like someone just have 1 type and doesn't have other 4. Usually it shows up as you have a primary type and secondary type. And it can evolve with your awareness and also with your practices. This is what I shared with you today. There are 5 erotic blueprint types for you to better understand your erotic nature, know your turn-ons and turn-offs in terms of touch, the setting of your environment, and the way you prefer to be communicated. The better you understand your erotic nature, your pleasure map, by knowing your erotic blueprint and practice, the better you can be a lover for yourself and also for your beloved. Reduce guesswork, increase transparency, and co-create more fun and pleasure together. If you like this video, I would love to hear from you, and comment below what's your takeaway, and if there's an aha moment, I would love to hear as well. And subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone who might benefit from this content. All right, I am Lady Jane. Till next time.